There comes a moment in life when effort no longer produces the same results it once did. You try harder, push further, plan more carefully, yet things seem to remain still. This can feel frustrating, even confusing, especially if you are used to moving forward through action and determination. But this moment is not a failure of will, it is a shift in awareness. Sometimes life asks you to stop forcing, not because you are doing something wrong, but because the way forward no longer responds to pressure. Growth reaches a point where it must become cooperative rather than controlled. What once required effort now requires alignment. When you slow down enough to notice, you may realize that the tension you carry does not come from the present moment, but from the expectations you place upon it. The urgency to figure everything out, to be certain, to arrive somewhere specific, creates resistance. Life does not open under resistance, it opens under trust. Trust does not mean passivity. It means allowing your actions to arise from clarity instead of fear. When fear leads, every step feels heavy. When clarity leads, movement becomes natural. This is the difference between forcing a path and walking one. There is wisdom in recognizing when effort has become strain. Strain disconnects you from your intuition. It narrows perception and makes everything feel more urgent than it truly is. When you release strain, even slightly, your inner guidance becomes easier to hear. Nature offers this lesson effortlessly. Rivers do not force their way through the land. They respond to it. They curve, soften, and adjust without losing direction. Their strength lies in responsiveness, not resistance. You are allowed to move this way too. You may notice that life begins to respond differently when you stop pushing. Opportunities arise quietly. Answers arrive without effort. Conversations unfold naturally. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. When you stop interfering with fear, life has space to collaborate with you. There are phases when your role is not to act, but to integrate. During these times, rest becomes productive, stillness becomes informative, reflection becomes movement. These phases are essential, even if they do not look impressive from the outside. If you are feeling tired of trying to make things happen, honor that feeling. Fatigue is often a message, not a weakness. It asks you to shift your relationship with effort. Not everything meaningful requires struggle. Some things arrive when you are finally willing to receive. Releasing control can feel uncomfortable at first. Control gives the illusion of safety. Letting go invites uncertainty, but uncertainty is where growth expands beyond familiar limits. When you allow space for the unknown, you open yourself to outcomes that are more aligned with anything you could have planned. You may fear that if you stop pushing, everything will stop. But life does not stop responding to presence. It stops responding to force. When you remain attentive, open, and grounded, momentum continues just in a different form. Pay attention to what feels heavy and what feels light. Heaviness often signals misalignment, not incapacity. Lightness does not mean lack of seriousness. It means resonance. When something feels quietly right, even without excitement, it is worth listening to. This is not about doing less. It is about doing what is true. When action passion arises from truth, it carries less resistance and more impact. You conserve energy. You move sustainably. You stay connected to yourself. There will still be moments when effort is required, but effort guided by clarity feels different from effort driven by fear. One strengthens you, the other drains you. Learning to distinguish between the two is part of maturation. You are not here to force life into shape. You are here to participate in it consciously. When you stop forcing, life responds. Not always immediately, but consistently. Trust builds through experience, not explanation. Allow yourself to release the need to control every outcome. Let life meet you where you are. The path may not look dramatic, but it will feel honest. And honesty creates stability. You are not losing momentum by slowing down. You are gaining alignment, and alignment carries you further than